Let's get this day started. Woo. You want to know what happens on a week-long business trip? Swipe up. Instagram, Snapchat, whatever the fuck. The Daily Nitro Cold Brew. But it ain't actually Nitro Cold Brew. It's like fucking Nitro chocolate milk or something. That'll do for now, until we find a Starbucks. So, according to this guy, it's midday, but anyways, we work late, we do things, we have fun. Don't listen to these Aussies. On another note, what we're doing today, I'm gonna go do a little bit of shopping. Come around, maybe some Zara, maybe some Nordstrom.
Not gonna do any work.
Probably do some work later on, because you got grouchy old grandpas over here. Aussies, they don't like to follow rules.
What's for living, right?
Yeah, okay. And then we're gonna go do a workout at Alpha Lead again. Oh, I like this. Wi-Fi here. Woo. Yeah, first spot full of watches. We're off to a good start here. Yes, off to a very good start.
All the smart watches. These Gucci's, mate. Go get us a pair of these.
They pull my hair out like that.
Those are sick.
Straight stump.
Another kryptonite. Right there.
Louis?
Oh yeah.
Your friend Lou?
Friend Lou.
Wow.
Skating and shit.
Well, that would be I'll put an Aussie on ice cream.
Let's lay some up.
Huh? Have you ever gone ice skating, James?
Yeah, not bad.
He's always so tense up. We gotta give him a massage just to calm him down and get him into a good mood. You'd be warm. Hey, it kind of suits you.
How much is this? Oh my god.
Jeans. Let's add to the fucking feeding collections. I love how we called and asked for more check and just left it on the ground. On to the next one. Hi, Houston. You were a pleasure.
Oh,
Who's taking the track? We're fogging up. Bean water.
This is real wet because when I was sliding down it just felt hot. Like I didn't think there was any water.
Are you ready to go?
yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
2, 1, go.
Dude, doing this on leg day?
Woo. What's the plan now, gentlemen?
If I did that like 10 times over, like I would probably
Get some gas, get some bean water,
get the show on the road. Get a slide.
and then head to Dallas. In 4-hour drive. Enjoy the ride. See you in Dallas.
So we're about an hour into, or how long are we into our drive here?
Not even an hour yet.
How's it going?
Have a look. Do I need to say any more? Trying to make my way to the HOV right now. People aren't very happy, but
I should just get out and just be like, Hund?
so we're on our way from Houston to Dallas. It's a drive. Not the biggest fan of road trips, but anyways. And just, you know, having a regular old chat, and then we started kind of talking about some of the ads that are coming across our news feeds and things. So today's Riding with Rohan rant. Yeah, so in today's episode, pretty much what we're going to talk about is, you know, we all travel a lot. James travels a lot. I get to travel a lot. A lot of the people that we're associated with get to travel a lot. And a lot of our quote-unquote acquaintances, friends, look at us in a way and say, do you guys actually work? What do you guys actually do? How the fuck do you guys make all this kinds of money? Blah, 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 blah. And a perfect example would be James, because James this year, like this is, what are we, September something or another, 2017, and he's already been to 10 countries this year. My travel schedule usually picks up now, and we'll take off like between the end of this year. I'm going to be going to a bunch of different countries. Going to be at the end of the year on a family trip to Bali and Hong Kong, my family and things like that. And how do we get to do that? How do we get to be able to do that and travel and work and still make the kind of money we do? And I know, James, you've got some words of advice or words of passion that you'd like to share with someone.
Yeah, like I think oh, hello, you there. Good to see you again. I think it's not very difficult in all reality. Like, it's not super difficult to travel and make good money. Like, I feel like Gary Vaynerchuk says, like, we live in like the best time has ever been to be alive on this planet. You got the internet, you got infinite opportunities. If you're not living how you want to live, it's only because your own bullshit holds you back. But ultimately, once you figure out a business model that works, and then you make that work, and you've got clients, and you're like location independent, if you offer like a digital service or whatever, yeah, like, life's great. Like, I travel around a lot. Like Rohan said, I've been to 10 countries, 8 countries this year. I spent a few weeks in Europe, speaking in an event. I was in Mexico and Canada and the US and Australia, and last year I was in Thailand. And yeah, a lot of the times, like, I make it a thing when I travel to check in every time I get on a flight, just to sort of, for social proof, just to show that I'm traveling around a lot, to like increase my perception for people that follow me. Amongst other things, like just checking in, because why the fuck not? And when I get back home, inevitably people who I either haven't seen for a while, or people I don't speak to that often, will be like, geez man, I see you traveling around a lot, like you're living the dream kind of thing. And I am, don't get me wrong, in a lot of ways I am living the dream. But one thing, like, I try to be really honest about, well, it's just the way, like, in my content, I like to have my, like, put my brand out there, is like, don't be addicted to the bullshit. Like, don't buy the bullshit that most people are selling, that, like, they sit around by the pool all day and do fuck all, and they live this stress-free life, and they make like a couple $100K or $1 million on the internet doing fuck all, because it's bullshit. And it's one thing I try really hard to do, whether it's like Instagram or Facebook, or like videos and photos and stuff I put out, or even people I meet. Whenever someone tells me, like, man, you're lucky you get to travel, I'll always back it up with, like, yeah, but you only see that side of it. Like, I'm always stressed about my clients' results, making sure things are working. If I don't have internet for a few days, or if I end up in some remote location, it'll like increase my stress. So, like, as good as it is, and I wouldn't trade it for the world, for some people, they're gonna much rather working for someone else and having that stability. Like, so I suppose, like, the point at least I'd want to bring up, or the thing me and Rohan were talking about, is how, like, everything's in balance. There is no better way to live your life. There is no better life or worse life. If you're super rich or you have a huge business, everyone thinks that that's all of a sudden better. But in reality, that person has just as many negatives and challenges as they do successes, whether it's, lawsuits or staff, company problems with their employees or clients or cash flow or, whatever it is. If you see the whole picture of anyone's life, they have an equal amount of, positive and negative. Like, that person with a huge following on YouTube or Facebook, they probably have a ton of haters. The person with no following, that works a job that doesn't have anyone, throwing up shit at them, and they're not responsible for staff and for lawsuits and for cash flow and all those business elements, they don't have any of that shit to worry about. And then on the same token, they don't have any of that success, generally speaking, either, at least in that area of their life. So the point I want to make is that, like, if you're watching this and you want to get into, like, starting a business or traveling or whatever, do that. Good on you. Like, I want to see more people be successful and win and live an enriched life. But just be aware that, like, no one has it better or easier. It's just different. From even times when I was dead broke and living on the floor of my office to now where I make, like, pretty good money, I wouldn't trade that for the world. My life's way better. But I'm not without challenges. I still face totally different problems now to what I faced then. One isn't better or worse, they're just different based on your set of values. And so, yeah, ultimately pursue the things you want to pursue, but just be aware that, just don't be chasing a fantasy that things will be better when I've got money. Things will be better when I got that partner. Things will be better when I'm, rah. They might be, but they'll just be different. Different challenges rise up. anything you want to improve in your life, if it's going to the gym and you want to get big and look ripped, that'll be awesome, but you'll realize that you have to eat a super disciplined diet to stay cut all the time, which won't be as fun or as liberating as being able to eat whatever you want. So just be aware that whatever you pursue in life, be aware of that balance, I suppose is what we're talking about.
Yeah, pretty much, because a lot of the times, you know, when I travel, I run, you know, both of us run decent sized agencies. Some of the stuff that we get to do, we get to work with a lot of corporate clients. We get to work with a lot of corporate clients. A lot of the times we get to work with clients that are doing phenomenally well. Some of them 7 figures. We've taken them up to 7 figures a month. And, you know, the stresses that I have to deal with on a day-to-day basis while traveling, while being in the Dominican when I was there earlier this year. Like, yes, it's nice. You know, I can sit in the Dominican, get whatever friggin' room I want to get while I'm traveling. But then in the back of my mind, I'm always wondering, like, holy shit, is this client's ad account back yet? Or is this, you know, is my team doing what they need to do? It's like the type of stress completely changes. You know, a lot of the times, yes, do I agree with going to school, getting a job and all that stuff? It's meant for a certain type of person. It's definitely not meant for me. And especially in today's day and age, majority of our generation, the millennial generation, you want to call it, we have, like you said, so much opportunity. You just got to figure out what you want to do. The one thing that, you know, when you talk about balance and you talk about different kinds of things, the one thing that's been picking up recently and that we're very, very connected to is the whole foreign exchange part of things, where people are trading FX, making it look like this crazy lifestyle. But really, those guys are probably the most stressed out people that are getting into that right now, because you're trading $50,000, $60,000, $100,000 accounts, and then you think you're showing this glamorous lifestyle, but the stress that comes from it is completely different. So it doesn't matter what realm it is, whether it's investing, whether it's marketing, whether it's trading Forex, it doesn't matter. No matter which way you want to do it, yes, the lifestyle's phenomenal. Yes, we get to do a lot of things, create some insane experiences, but you have to be ready and willing to put the work in. Because if you're not willing to put the work in, I can almost guarantee you'll be back in 6 months to your job, wishing you never even started, because the type of stress, if you can't handle it, is completely different. And, you know, the way I want to kind of end this is, don't let the stress scare you, but don't let the stress also slow you down from going to where you want to go. Because, you know, there's a period, I remember, shit, this is going to go on forever. I'll try and wrap it up here, but there was a period in 2015 when I first met James in Australia. I just launched my agency. We were taking that thing off to the roof, and I was a one-man show. I had nobody working for me at that point. Today I have just under 8 staff currently working for me, soon to be 10 by the end of this year. And, you know, do I have less stress today? Yes, because I've got people that can be leveraged. So you got to think about it. You know, I always go back to Gary's one quote that he always talks about. It's like, eat shit for 2 years so you can taste the caviar for the rest of your life. But and that's pretty much what it's got to end up on.
Whilst you have less stress, like in a daily sense with your clients, would you agree that you have more pressure to deliver? Because now you've got to feed 10 other people.
Oh, 100%.
You've got to make sure sales come in. You've got to make sure cash flow comes in. Like, for example, the difference between me and Rohan. Rohan has a big team. I don't, right? I mainly do most of the stuff myself, and I'm happy with that, right? Whilst it could be organised way better, like, I know that I don't want to have a team at the moment anyway. Like, you know, I'm more of a lifestyle dude. I want to travel, I want to make good money, and just have a good time. I'm only 26, so I'm not really phased about building something big at the moment. But, like, I never look at Rohan and think, fuck, like, he's making more money than me, like, how sick would it be to be doing that? Like, I think about it, but I know, because he tells me and I see it from working with him. He has more things to, you know, he's juggling more balls and stuff. He's way better organised, but he has that more responsibility. So I think, like, yeah, I really agree with what you said, but I think the other thing is, if you're, like, sitting at home on social media or, like, Instagram or Facebook, and you're getting, like, depressed or whatever by looking at what other people are doing, don't buy the bullshit, because people are only showing you, and not intentionally, because no one wants to be posting shitty, like, depressive stuff on the internet. People are only showing you the good stuff.
Yeah,
and ran for another time is all the people that aren't even making any money, that are just acting like they are, which is that's a totally different thing.
Maybe we'll do that for tomorrow's rant, because that'll be perfect, part 2. So part 2 of rant tomorrow, we're going to talk about that. People that are just posting shit on social media and acting like they're making $1 million a year when they're fucking barely making $10 a year. So that's pretty much what I want to end it on. And, you know, like I said, just be willing to do it, because, yeah, you know, today I have to worry about, you know, 8 other people's pretty much food on the table, not just mine, versus he's only worried about his, so he's got a different style lifestyle. And, you know, choices are being made, and I decided to go down that route, and I'm deciding to scale it again on my way to a mastermind right now to help scale my business again. And I can guarantee you, once I take it to a whole other level, the stress I have today won't even affect me, because the type of challenges, not even stress, I shouldn't even use the word stress, the type of challenges that are coming ahead are only going to help me grow even more to the next level. So I hope that kind of helps you guys. Like, the lifestyle is great, as long as you know how to be able to handle everything that comes with it.
Gunning, bro.
Whoa, fucking party? Look at the lights in here.
Yo, this is fucking what? Strangers brewing a house. Fuck. Yo, this is lit.
Okay.
Savage work table. This is like a lot.
Waterfall, we got buffaloes, we got fucking safari going on over here.
I've been fucking hoes and popping pillies, man, I feel just like a rock star. All my brothers got that gas and they always be smoking like a rock star. Fucking with me, call up on no Uzi and show up, man, them the shot toss.